flag. 146 laps complete. Travis Kvapil, the Kodak Jasper Engines Dodge, did not pit. He's our leader on this restart.
And of course, Brian Vickers in the 25, Mark Martin in the 6, doing 2 tires. And then Ricky Rudd back here in the 21 car, the first car with 4 fresh tires.
And there's no question these cars handle better when they're out front in clean air like that. So that's, we'll see how that works for the 77 bunch. Interesting call.
3 wide off the corner. Kvapil, the first of our Dodge Chargers. Brian Newman 7th, but says he is feeling a persistent vibration. Remember, they debated changing the engine in Newman's car last night. And Jamie McMurray, 11th.
See Casey Mears in the 41 car. I need to correct myself. Unlike Sterling Marlin, Mark Truex Jr. in the 1, Casey Mears made up 1 of his 2 laps. Now he's 1 down.
Kyle Busch hustling around the high side in that CarQuest Chevy.
I think that's a good example. Kyle Busch got out front. He was able to walk off and leave the rest of the field. Jimmy Johnson walks off and leaves the rest of the field. That 09 car before he blew his tire, he walked off and left everybody because he could get out front like Travis did. We're by 5. Pull away.
Jamie McMurray in 11th, right behind Greg Biffle, and he's in the 42. McMurray battling Jimmy Johnson as they split the 31 of Jeff Burton.
Oh, got a car spinning off of turn 4.
Sadly,
caution is out. I think the free pass probably goes to that 8 car, Dale Earnhardt Jr. right here. They haven't called it yet.
But the track's getting cooler too, so keep working on it, buddy. Yeah.
I think he feels like he got it. Depends on where he was when the field was frozen when the caution was displayed.
was he the first car 1 lap down? That's the criteria. Robert Yates, Elliott Sadler's car owner, wondering what happened. Watch the yellow 38 coming up into the middle of your screen.
Sucker just spun out. I mean, that's just how unpredictable this racetrack is. I called it a trick track. It's a tricky racetrack, boys.
Darrell, how many times did we see that in the Busch race last night? No contact, just around it went. Here's Steve.
Mike Elliott Sadler said right after that, he goes, this car is just way too loose off, and we see the result right there.
And he's lucky he did not get into that outside wall off turn 4. No one got into the back of him. I think with him being that far back, it's the only thing that screwed him on that.
When NASCAR stopped letting these cars race back to the caution flag to beat the leader to the flag for safety reasons, they created the free pass rule. The first car a lap down would get a free pass to come around when the yellow waved, and this time it is to the benefit of Dale Earnhardt Jr. in the number 8.
Kelly Ships. I'd like to say hi to everyone back home in Virginia, especially my mom and my son. And since Mark Martin, you're my son's favorite driver, go Mark Martin.
Mark Martin.
Oh boy, does he have a good car. Look at Mark Martin on the outside.
Mark Martin wins the Nextel All-Star Challenge and $1,101,000.
Mark Martin, a different kind of veteran, 46 years old, has won this race before, coming off the Nextel All-Star Challenge victory, and currently running 3rd here in the Coca-Cola 600. Hope you're enjoying your Memorial Day weekend here on Fox. It's a salute to you, sir, as Mark will be wrapping up his Cup racing career. And you said at the start of the day, Jeff Hammond, that you liked his chances. Here's a guy who knows all about endurance. He's had success at this track.
Well, to me, he's got a lot of intelligence. He shows he's got a lot of heart by winning the race last week, but they brought back a better race car, they believe. Pat Trice, crew chief, has been talking about that all week long. But this is the kind of guy that I like for a 600-mile race.
Rookie Travis Kvapil in the 77 car, the leader, stayed out of these recent round of pit stops. Dick Berggren has the latest on why. Dick?
Well, I talked to his crew chief, Shane Wilson, and asked him why he stayed out when almost everybody else came in and took tires. And Wilson said that the tires that they had on the car had just come in. The car was running very, very well. They were getting good fuel mileage. So why not stay out? There's one more thing. They had only led one time prior to tonight, 9 laps. So here they are out front looking pretty good. Steve?
Dick, Dick Elliott Sadler came down pit road. He thinks he made contact with the number 17 of Matt Kenseth when he came to pit road, so they brought him back down to make sure there was no fender rub on that right front tire.
We're still some 50-some miles away from the halfway point as Kurt Busch, last year's points champion who went out early in a wreck on the slick track, has returned to the race. It's been a race of the ages. We'll talk about that. We've had a 20-year-old leader, a 50-year-old leader, a rookie is in the lead at this point.